All right. So we are working with the full moon energy. And that in that sense, tonight we're going to be doing extra balancing, but we'll also be seeing a lot of circles in our practice. So think big and round and circle. And when you think about a circle, you might also think about doing a round the world sun salutation, which is what we'll be doing, okay? All right, so we've done that before. It's nothing new. Right now, we're going to get ourselves grounded. Yep. So when you're ready, just start to ground through your feet. Envision like you have roots attaching you to the earth. Your feet, all four corners of your feet. The big toe mound is in contact with the earth, the outer heel, inner heel, little toe mound. Now lift your toes, spread them out, and bring them back down. Your feet are nice and big. As you draw energy up through your legs, your kneecaps start to rise into your thighs. Your hips are over your ankles, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders, and palms face forward. You are open and breathing. And just let your breath smooth out. So we're really going for balance here in the inhales and exhales. All right, so we'll add a little count to this. So let's exhale, belly button to spine. And then inhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, breath is going to the belly, 1. Pause, and then exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll go for 5 now. Slight pause, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slight pause, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, as we go for 6, feel your body expanding. Feel the breath going all the way to the tips of your fingers, the tips of your toes, the crown of your head, and inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and slow exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, you're going to do that 2 more times on your own. If you want to stay with 4 or 5 or 6 count, do that. If you want to go 7, then 8, do that. Remember, there's a slight pause after each inhale and exhale. So let's go exhale, and either 7 or another number of your choosing, inhale. And after your pause, the same amount of exhale. And after your pause, a nice inhale, your count, your decision. And the same amount of exhale. And then when you're done, just let your breath come back. Start to move around a bit, shake things out. Okay, we'll take the feet wider than hip width distance, bend the knees and hips, and just move through. Just let things go a little more, a little more. Inhale and exhale. All right. Okay, so now as we do our cats and cows, we'll also think big circles with the arms. Okay, feet hip width distance, knees and hips soft, hands to the thighs, round forward, cat, open big, cow. Remember, the head is following the spine. It's not being thrown back. Round, big circle with the arms, hands back to the thighs. So just do this, cats and cows. And the next time your hands are on your thighs, pause and slowly roll up. Now finish. If we're in the middle of something, always finish it, right? Don't feel like you have to just be wherever everybody else is. Just finish what you're doing. Okay, so we're going to draw some circles on the ceiling now. So starting to open up the sides. Arms are up here, and we're going to tilt gently to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Now come up to center and draw a circle on the ceiling. And then pause and circle the other way. Opening up the side body. All right. So now we're going to do the same thing, this time just starting to the right, and maybe the side body's starting to feel a little more open. To the left, to the right, to the left, arms up and circle. And then pause and circle the other direction. And come back to center. Release the arms down. Give those shoulders a rest. Give them a break. Inhale and exhale. All right, we'll be doing some twisting now, so we'll just keep it nice and easy, simple. Feet are mat width distance apart with the toes turned out. The feet are grounded, so anytime your knees bend, they're going straight through the center of the feet, right? Directly through the center of the feet. And the feet stay on all four corners. And we just reach right, left, right, and left. Let the lower body just move naturally. Good. Now you might want to start reaching your hands a little closer to the earth. Go only as low as you want to go. Start coming back up and reach side to side. And then start reaching up toward the sky. And come back to center and gently let your hands tap around center. So your arms are close to the body, hands are tapping. And come to center. All right, heel toe, give your legs a break. We're coming to hip width distance with the feet. And we're going to start to work on our balance a bit here. So hip width distance, feet are grounded. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Knees and hips are soft. Now, as you come up, take your right heel up. Take it down. As you come up, left heel up. Okay, we're going to be lifting both heels, but if your ankles start to wobble, go back to singles. Take it up, 2 heels. Keep those ankles nice and strong and tight. And take it down. This time it's right heel or knee. Bring it down, left heel or knee. Take it down. Either keep alternating or double heel. Then back down, right heel or knee, left heel or knee, double, or just alternate right, left, right, left. Yeah. Okay, we'll just do this a couple more times until you finish a round. So a round for you might be right, left, double. A round for you might be right, left. So whenever you're finished, just come back to center. So we just got the body used to the idea that, hey, we're going to need some balance tonight, right? So we just woke up the balance a bit. Now we're going to come down to the earth. So find yourself at the top of your mat. Mountain pose. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Half lift, fingertips down, and take yourself back to down dog. So let's find balance in this down dog. Think about your feet, equal work, effort through the feet, equal effort through the hands. And notice the outside of your hands and the inside of your hands, that the work is spread all the way through the palm, not just pronating out to the outside, which is more typical, but the whole palm is working. And let's walk the dog. And press one heel down and hold. Switch other heel. And both heels down and hold. Now we're going to try and get the knees to the mat at the exact same time. Sit off to the side and find equal sitting. Seated mountain pose. We're thinking about the sit bones being in good contact with the earth. The heels are equally, they're not really pressing, they're resting, but they're resting equally. The feet are flexed, spine is long, hands to the heart. Inhale, fingertips up. Lengthen the spine as you bring your fingertips up. Okay, imagine there's a feather at the crown of your head, and as you circle your arms back down to the earth, press the crown of your head into that feather, lengthen your spine. Palms up, inhale, still crown of the head, coming up, spine is long, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. And one more time, fingertips up, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, crown of head pressing into that feather, spine is lengthening. Circle your arms around and bring your hands back to your heart. And shake it out. All right, so I was debating between like a softer core and a really hardcore core. And I thought, well, we're not going to see each other for a few days, most of us, so let's do hardcore core. Yeah. All right. And a little roly-poly action because we want, we want to keep that circle idea going. So we're going to do some roly-poly sit-ups. All right. Now, if your spine's been bothering you, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take it easy. I want you to massage your spine and see about coming up. Don't be too aggressive. Okay? All right, here we go. We're taking it back. We're crossing at the ankles. Let's go right over left. Rock, rock, rock. Sit up without the feet coming down. Arms release forward. All right, let's take it back. Left ankle over right. Rock, rock, rock. Sit up. The feet are still up. The arms are forward. Yep. Right ankle over left. Rock, rock, rock. Sit up. Arms are forward. You can stay here or uncross your legs and bicycle. Left ankle over right. Take it back. Rock, rock, rock. Come on up. Stay here or uncross and bicycle. All right, let's cross right ankle over left. One more time like that. Rock, 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 and come up, uncross, bicycle. Left over right, take it back. Rock, 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 come up, uncross, bicycle. Ooh, and bring it back. Hug in and relax. All right, so remember, if I say something is an option the first time, it means it's still an option the second, third, or 88th time, right? Remember, this is your practice. You need to stay in touch with what your body is telling you to do tonight. All right, so that was so much fun. Your obliques are saying, hey, what about me? All right, so we're just going to keep the legs together, not cross the ankles this time. Hold on to your hamstrings. We'll rock, rock, rock. Take it up, knees right, arms left. Come through center, take it down. Rock, rock, rock. Take it up, knees left, arms right. Center and down. Rock, rock, rock. Knees right, arms left. Press your palms together. Option, little bicycle here. Come center and down. Rock, rock, rock. Knees left, palms together to the right. And option, bicycle. And come center. Relax for a moment. Take a couple of breaths. We're going to finish up by taking the knees from the right to the left, and then the second time we come up, we'll go from the left to the right. Raise the leg if you're tracking with that. Starting to make sense or making a little sense? Okay. All right, here we go. Rock, rock, rock. Knees right, palms left. Bicycle, come through center. Legs are to the left now. Hands are to the right. Bicycle, center and down. Last time. Rock, rock, rock. Come up. Knees right, arms left. Whatever way we didn't go last time. Okay. Bicycle, bicycle through center. Knees to the other side. Hands to the other side. Center, down, and relax. Woo! Bring your feet to the mat and just let your knees butterfly open and closed. All righty. So we'll do some hip opening here, okay? And we're going to focus on the psoas. So with both legs, with both knees bent, both feet to the mat, bring your right knee in and hold on to your right hamstring. Right now we have the right hamstring, both hands. Now extend your left leg, focus on your psoas, take your left palm and put it on your left thigh. And bring that knee in, take two hands under your left hamstring, right foot to the mat, extend your right leg, and put your right hand on your right thigh. And we're just letting that release here. Okay, bring it in. Now we've got two hands on the right thigh, left foot to the mat. Extend that left leg. It might still be quite bent. It might be straight, right? It depends on what your leg is ready to do. Take your left hand outside of your right thigh. Take your right arm out from the shoulder and let that right knee come across the body. Let your right hip come up, your right shoulder stay grounded, and twist over to the left. You can gaze past your right fingertips here. Come on back to center. Bring the legs in, two hands around your left hamstring, right foot to the mat. Extend your right leg. Right hand outside of the left thigh. Right arm extends from the left arm extends from the left shoulder. Let your left knee come across. The left hip is up, the left shoulder is down, and your gaze is toward your left fingertips. And then come back through center. Bring both feet to the mat. Butterfly those knees open and closed. All right, we're going to come to hands and knees. Make sure you have enough padding for your knees here. and find tabletop. If this bothers your wrists or your knees, you can do this with your hands at a wall or your hands on a chair. Okay, we're going to take the right leg back, tuck the toes, and roll over that foot. Press and roll. Now take your right leg up and make some small circles. Make those circles a little larger. Try and keep the rest of the body as steady as possible. Make the largest circles you can. Pause. Small circles the other way. A little larger. And as large as you can, keeping the body steady. Bring your right knee down. All right, left leg comes back, left toes tuck. And roll over the foot, flex and roll. Now come to center, left leg is hip height and small circles, a little larger, really getting into that hip. Large as you can, hip circles. Pause, go the other way, circle, a little larger, and large as you can, hip circles. And bring your knee down. Come into child's pose. Make sure your head is supported. If you don't need your hands to support your head, take your hands by your heels. If your hands are under your forehead, then leave them there. Child's pose here. And as you float your way to dog, just notice, where is your balance? When are you in balance? When do you feel a little off balance? And come into a nice 4-point downward facing dog. Long spine. Okay, we're going to be taking the feet to the hands. Now, we were talking about hopping just a little bit ago. So if you want to work on hopping, a good thing to do is just bend the knees and hips and take some small bunny hops up as far as you want to go. Walk the rest of the way. Take your hands to your thighs and take a half lift. Now fold forward. Ground through the feet. The lower half of the body is super grounded, super heavy. Exhale, and as you inhale, the upper body is super light. It just floats up like a feather. Bring the arms up, palms touch, and hands come heart center. All right, and we're going to find mountain pose now and breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. All right. So before we start on our sun salutations, which will have a low crescent lunge, okay, we're going to continue opening the psoas with low crescent lunge. We'll do a little bit of balance, okay, just to recapture the breath and settle the body down for a moment. All right, so let's find mountain pose. Find a spot that isn't moving, your drishti, and we'll just play with tree for a while. So right heel up, right knee out. Find a spot for your either right heel is just kickstanded on your left leg, you know, tree. Your right foot might be ready to come up, and your hands to your heart. And if you're a little wobbly in your tree, then just play with it. Just remember to keep your gaze steady. And release. Woo. All right. Left side, left heel up. The left knee is out. Remember, in tree, we still want the hips facing forward. right? So the knee is only out as far as it can go with the hips still facing forward. Kickstand your heel or find a spot for your foot on your leg, high, low, anywhere in between except on the knee, and come into tree. And release. All right. Who here has ever done tree before? Uh-huh. Yeah, I know. How come every hand isn't raised? I mean, tree, right? So now we're just going to go straight into a big tree with the arms raised. If your balance was telling you before this, hey, I'm not ready for that, then just do some other version of tree. Maybe hands to heart, okay? Maybe you even keep your hands on your hips. All right, so let's go into tree. Right leg, arms possibly lifted, gaze is steady, mind is calm, drishti engaged. Falling in and out is great. And release. Whew. All right. No question which side is my less stubborn side, is there, right? Okay. And you might have one too. All right, here we go. Left side. Tree. Mm-hmm. And maybe you're like, this is boring. I think I'm going to challenge myself, even if it means that I fall out of it, right? So challenge yourself and release. All right. Whew. So we did some balance there. Hopefully the breath is now nice and smooth and even. Just put 2 feet to the mat. Feel your feet grounded. And we're going to start our round the world sun salutations with low crescent lunge. So, of course, this does mean that you will be facing backwards from time to time. It does mean that occasionally my back will be turned to you, and I apologize in advance. Let's come to the top of the mat. Take a breath. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift. Fingertips down, lunge back right. Okay, have fun in this lunge. Enjoy the hip release that comes from lunge. Bring your right knee down. Point the toes behind you. Left knee over left ankle. Low crescent lunge. Hands down. Find plank. Knees up or down, right? Find your plank. Chaturanga. All right, so we'll start out with just your basic cobra, shoulders toward the ears, heart shines up, very little assistance or none from the hands, and release. Find your way to down dog. 4 nice even points of contact. Inhale and exhale. Right leg up, right foot steps forward. Start to walk your hands around to the left. You wind up in a wide-legged forward fold, and we're going to bend one knee and then the other, swaying the body side to side. Now, if you'd rather have your head lifted, put your hands on your thighs, but we're working those inner thighs here as we sway side to side. Now, hands back to the mat if they're not there already. Continue walking the hands around to the left. The left foot's in front, the right leg is behind. You're facing what is typically the back of your mat. Bring your right knee down. Low crescent lunge. Hands down, plank, chaturanga. We're still together, so let's turn this into a locust. Hands by your thighs, palms face up, gaze down. Okay? And what we're looking to do here is strengthen the glutes and the upper hamstrings here. So we're going to roll the shoulders toward the ears, down the spine, lift the palms toward the sky, and then lift the legs. That's where we're getting the strengthening of the glutes from. Now release and lift the legs again. Heart shines forward, head is not thrown back. Locust and release. Hands under the shoulders, downward facing dog. Find a nice even stance in down dog. Right leg comes up, right foot steps forward, hands walk around to the left till you're back in a wide-legged forward fold. Okay, I'm going to turn this way, but you're still halfway. Okay, now in this wide-legged forward fold, just go ahead and if your hands are on the mat, great. If you want to be higher, bring your hands to your legs and just let yourself experience a nice forward fold. Let the crown of your head face the earth. Unless your head is high, then just keep your head in line with your spine. But if your head is down, let the crown of your head face the earth. And then continue walking your hands around to the left until you wind up face forward on your mat with one hand, where would you be? On either side of your left foot, I think. Yep. Okay. Left knee is bent. Engage all the muscles of your body and take one big step forward with your right foot. Half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch, and hands come heart center. Is everybody back at the top of the mat? Okay. I couldn't stand to have my back to you, so I turned around and then I got myself all confused. But you all wound up in the same place you started, right? Okay. All right, we're going to do the same thing in the other direction. Okay. So let's find mountain pose, starting on the left this time. Get your breath back under you. Get your feet grounded, balance. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, we swan dive. Take a half lift. Fingertips down, lunge back left this time. Left knee down, low crescent lunge. Now we're going to bring the hands back down and tuck the back toes. The left hand stays on the mat, open to the right, lift your left knee. Bring the right hand down and come into plank. It could be knees up or knees down. Chaturanga. We'll put a cobra right here. Shine the heart forward. Release. Down dog. Feeling the balance in down dog, right? 4 points of contact. Now balance between 3 points of contact. Take your left leg up. Take a big step forward with your left foot. Walk your hands around to the right. And we're going to, once again, take the hands either to the thighs and move side to side or to the mat and move side to side. We're working on those abductors. Now just come to one side and hold for a moment, and then come to the other side and hold for a moment. All right, so I think we're this way. Now continue walking your hands around to the right. You're facing the back of your mat. Left knee comes down, low crescent lunge. Hands down, left hand stays down, right arm opens up, back knee lifts. Right hand down, plank, chaturanga. Back to locust. So the feet are hip width distance apart, the toes are pointed, the palms are by your thighs, face up, and everything lifts. And release, and everything lifts. And release. Hands under the shoulders, down dog. Left leg up, left foot comes forward. Walk your hands around to the right and just hang out in this wide-legged forward fold and do whatever feels good to you. Go side to side or ragdoll it out. See what your body is asking for now. Come back to center. Walk your hands around to the right till you're facing the top of your mat again. One hand on either side of your right foot. Big step forward with the back leg. Half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up. Palms touch. And hands come heart center. Find mountain pose and just breathe. That was a lot. Let's shake it out. All right. Feeling equal now? We did a lot of tripping there, right? We went around the world a couple of times. So let's just take a few breaths here. Let the body settle down. And we're going to do some triangle work now. Okay, so let's take the feet wide, right? Triangle wide. Turn the right toes to the right. Left toes in at an angle. Arms are out. So the legs are staying long. We're warming up our triangle first. Reach and release. Reach and release. Reach and release. Now reach, reach, reach. Drop your right hand. The palm is out. Left arm up. If your shoulder is saying put your hand on your hip instead, do that. Take your gaze toward your right foot to the center of your space, and then find the ceiling or your left fingertips. Inhale and exhale. And come on up. All right. So we're going to revolve our triangle now. So reach forward with the right arm, and as you do that, start to spin the left arm forward, right arm back. Reach, reach, reach from here, and then just drop your left hand to the outside of your right leg, wherever it goes, and open your right arm to the right. And then release and come up, arms out, hands to hips. Did that make sense with the revolved triangle? Okay, so let's go ahead and just turn the left toes to the left, right toes in at an angle, and we'll do the same thing. Arms long, We reach and release. Reach and release. Reach and release. Now coming into triangle, reach, reach, reach. Remember, this back hand could always be on the hip. Your front hand, this palm face out so we don't press into the leg. Take your gaze toward your toes on the left, toward the center of your space, toward the sky, maybe if your right fingertips are up there. Okay? And come up. So now we're going to revolve. So we're going to start to windmill the right arm forward, the left arm back. Reach, reach, reach. Right hand comes outside the left leg. Left arm comes up. And then release, come up, come to center, hands to hips. We've done a lot of wide-legged forward folding. So heel toe your feet back in about halfway, and then just let your knees and hips bend. Roll your hands down your legs and just come into a nice releasing fold. You could release higher too, right? You don't have to be all the way down. Just move around and start to roll up. Take a couple of breaths up here. Make sure you're not feeling dizzy. And then start to scan your body from head to toe. See what it's asking for. See what needs to loosen up, shake out. If there's anything in your space that you want to take down to the earth with you as we start to find our way down for finishing poses. We'll be doing that for a bit. So just move around. And then as you're ready, come to the top of your mat, find mountain pose. Okay, so our pose of the month is back bends. We did a lot of back bending in our round the world sun salutation between all those crescent lunges and locust and cobra. So we're done with that. So now we're going to be counterposing that for the spine. So come to the top of your mat here. Take a couple of breaths. Inhale. And then exhale over straight legs as far as you want to go. Swan dive. Take a half lift and either come into down dog or vinyasa. So fingers down here, step back to down dog or do a vinyasa. So if you're in down dog, you're just letting your spine extend here. And then if you're in down dog, you might even be in table by now. You like we did 1,000,000 down dogs already. That would be fine. If you're in down dog, bring your big toes together. Take your knees to one side, hips to the other. Okay, if you're in table, just wiggle your hips. And if you're moving through a vinyasa, just keep going. All right, if you're in down dog, bring your knees down. Sit off to the side. And we'll meet back in seated mountain pose. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we will be doing some forward folding here. Let's start with soft folds and then we'll move to more energy in the legs fold. So just let your legs go. Take your arms up just a little bit and just melt forward. Just feel your spine release. And roll your hands up your legs. Take your arms up just a little bit and melt again. and come up. Now we're going to focus on straight spine, folding from the hip creases, keeping the legs long and engaged. So flex your feet, sit up nice and tall. Inhale the arms up to the shoulders, okay? And we start to reach forward. Keep your arms at shoulder level. Reach past the toes or where toward the toes, wherever this is for you. Reach and come back. Your arms are still at shoulder height. Reach again. Long spine. And shoulder height. Okay, this time we're going to reach. And when you get to your end point, notice if it's in the same place it's been, if it's a little farther or a little closer to you. Just notice, we're not judging. Bring your hands to the outside of your legs. Keep your spine long. Gaze past your toes. Resting the arms, and then let the hands slide along the mat as you return back to seated. Shake out those legs. All right, we're going to come down. Feet are on the mat. Inhale and exhale. We're going to continue to rest the spine. So bring your right knee in. Place both hands around the hamstring of your right leg and just hang out here, letting the spine relax. Bring the right foot down, left knee in. Hold on to your hamstring. And release. We're going to take the right ankle across the left thigh here. Come into pigeon. We'll be holding this pigeon. Your right foot is flexed. You might be holding your left hamstring or your left shin. And you want your left knee in line with your left shoulder. Send your breath to your right hip. Keep your right foot flexed, left knee in line with the left shoulder. Breathe into that right hip as it releases. Now, maintaining your figure 4 posture, hold on to your left hamstring, take your left leg up, and let's point and flex the left foot. Circle the ankle one direction and the other, and release both feet to the mat, unwind, and knees butterfly. Pigeon on the left now, left ankle across the right thigh, left foot is flexed. Bring it in. You're holding on to your right hamstring or maybe your right shin. Left foot is flexed. Right knee is in line with the right shoulder. Breathe into your left hip as it releases. All right, now take your hands around your right hamstring, right leg up, point and flex. Circle the ankle one direction and the other. And release, unwind 2 feet to the mat. Open and close the knees. My hip on our second side was a lot tighter than on the first side. I could have stayed in that pigeon for another 10 minutes. So maybe I'll revisit that tonight. But when you're doing pigeon, always make sure you warm up first. Don't just sit around for an hour and then go into pigeon. Make sure you're always warm before you move into pigeon, right? Make sure your hips are ready for it. Okay, so here we go. We're going to extend both arms and both legs long. Inhale. Exhale, draw your legs in. Put your hands under your knees, bend your knees, put space in between your legs, let your knees come away from you, and rock side to side, massaging as low as you can on the spine with your knees in this position. Now come back to center. Extend everything long, arms and legs. Inhale, exhale, happy baby. And rock side to side, massage your spine from happy baby. And come back to center. Bend your knees in toward your chest. Put your hands on your knees. Here comes some circles. Press your knees away from you. Your hands are still on your knees. Take your knees to the right, in toward the chest, to the left, and away. And keep going. Make those circles. Now hold your knees in and reverse. So you press away, to the left, in and to the right. Rolling around on the spine. All right, come back to center. Bring your feet to the mat. Let's bend the elbows and point the fingers straight up, and then bend and shoot energy up toward the sky. Bend the fingers, shoot energy up to the sky as you straighten them. Bend and straighten. And then wiggle them. Rotate the wrists one direction and the other. Bring your hands down and let your head move side to side. Come back to center. Scan your body from head to toe. Give it anything it needs as you find your final relaxation position for this practice. So the things we did in this practice are not the things we did in the last practice. So find your final relaxation position that belongs with where you are right now. Now take a nice inhale through the nose. And slowly exhale, release your body onto the earth. Just let go and be in final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle fingers and toes. And on your next inhale, stretch long. Exhale, draw your knees in. Find your way over to a side. And back up to a nice, easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.